Actor Justice Smith, who plays the character of Aaron in the upcoming The American Society of Magical Negroes, says that white people are not allowed to say the title of the film. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Let's take a look at this over here at thatparkplace.com. He was speaking with TMZ, and we're going to actually listen to the tape here. Obviously, at an airport, it looks like he was going on his way to attend the Sundance Film Festival that is taking place, I guess, this year, or I guess this week, sorry. So let's take a listen to what the TMZ reporter asked him and what his response is, so you can kind of get his body language and all of that stuff. Because he does say it with a laugh, but I'm not really sure if he's laughing at how absurd it is. If he's, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to it, but let's take a listen.
I'm not even sure if I can say the title. Am I allowed to say the title?
You know. I would just shorten it to American Society.
American Society. Oh, white people need to.
So he says there that, I mean, he says he's the guy who's talking, I guess, is white, not allowed to say the name, and he's got to shorten it to American Society rather than calling it the American Society of Magical Negroes. So, but he does say it with a laugh, so maybe he's saying it tongue in cheek. I don't know. I don't think he is. I think he's being serious, but he's doing it with a laugh to make you think like, oh, maybe he is saying it tongue in cheek, because he makes some other comments later on. But let's wrap this part up here real quick.
Shorten the title.
Why are you really
I like that. I like that. Can you?
So he does then is press again. Do white people need to shorten the title? And he says white people need to shorten the title, but he's obviously cracking up. So I don't know if he's laughing because he's like, yeah, white people are going to do this because I'm telling them to do that, and that's maybe what he's laughing at, or if he thinks it's just absurd. But I don't think he thinks it's absurd, because later on in the interview, he's asked about to provide basically a description of the film, and this is what he says. It's about this guy who makes a lot of space for white people, is very uncomfortable around them, and he gets indoctrinated into a society whose mission it is to keep white people happy in order to keep the world safe, because when white people are not happy, they do crazy things. If you watch the trailer, that's pretty much the premise. It's disgusting and it's racist, but that's the premise of the film. The reporter from TMZ then asks, it's funny because it's true, right? And then Smith says it's satire. It's commenting on film and then commenting on race through commenting on film. You know, the magical Negro trope, Spike Lee invented it. He coined the term. There's like a lot of movies that had that archetype, like Driving Miss Daisy or Bruce Almighty. And then he realizes he's listing off all these Morgan Freeman films. So he says, all these are Morgan Freeman movies, but even like The Matrix, it's always some magical black character who comes and like saves the white person and then disappears. We never learn anything about him. He's not really human or anything like that. So it's kind of commenting on that. And then like how black people show up in our society where we have to make so much space for the majority. So he's being very serious there at the end, noting how this film is making a comment on what he thinks is the reality, where black people have to like give space to white people, is what he's saying. So I don't think he's joking when he's laughing about how white people aren't allowed to say the title of the movie. I think he's being serious there, and he's just laughing at the fact that white people are probably going to do what he's telling them to do, which is absurd. Shouldn't be doing it because the whole idea is absurd. So this movie is absolutely disgusting. Reported on this when the trailer came out. It claims that the most dangerous animal on the planet is a white person. It's sick. It's evil. And now we've got the people involved in it clearly are demented as well. But what do you expect? What do you expect from Hollywood? It's absolute trash, absolute garbage, 24/7, and it gets worse and worse seemingly every year. And this one looks like it's going to take the cake for the most disgusting film of 2024. But let me know what you guys make of what Justice Smith had to say about white people not being allowed to say the title of the American Society of Magical Negroes. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, but to always speak the truth.